Hey everyone, Florida Man here, and I'm with my UGVs that we created from hoverboards, and today we're gonna go test them out. So if you look here, this is our first prototype that we made a while ago before I left Ukraine. As you can tell, it can't really do too much when it goes to off-terraining and everything, and the wheels seem a bit small. So when I came back to Ukraine, we decided to make this guy. Definitely some more improvements on him, and we got a nice frame going, and the cool thing about him is actually he is a proper four-wheel drive. So we used one of the chassis from one of the hoverboards for the center. We got good mobility on the sides, up and down. But I have yet to take him outside yet. And so now we're gonna go outside and test him on some difficult terrain roads. So before we take this guy out, we're gonna throw some weights on there and see how he does with weights. So today's test, we're gonna see how it does in difficult terrain and see how well it works with flexibility, its maneuverability, but also I wanna do a small weight test. So right here, we put on 10 kilograms. Now, the main purpose for these sort of vehicles is going to be logistics runs. The current state of the war, it's not in the sense, basically you go to your front position and you stay there for 5 days, and then you're going to need water, you're going to need electricity, you're going to need other supplies, and it's either a person, a vehicle, or a drone that's going to do that. So the more drones that we have doing that, the more lives we're going to save, because that's usually the most dangerous part of any mission now is when you're exfilling or getting on position. So if we can have a drone do that, that's super awesome. So our initial test is just going to be 10 kilograms, but down the line, we're probably going to put some sort of pulley system on the back so we can actually have a cart or crate and we can move more supplies. But first, let's see if this works. So obviously in Ukraine, we got to worry about off terrains. Even on roads, a lot of roads aren't too good. So we need to test this guy out and see how he does in dirt paths, roads, uneven terrain as such, and see how he does handling hills and whatnot. And the other thing we need to think about is speed and how fast it can reach to where it needs to go. Because obviously there's always going to be someone watching us. So I'm going to see if I can get this guy to go a bit faster here and have control and not crash out. But yeah, you're gonna have to take it slow at first, but it's almost similar to flying an FPV drone for a while, because at first, if you try to go real fast and you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna crash. So thanks to Eyes on Ukraine, they've donated us the actual hoverboards and some of the battery systems, and they taught us how to make these sorts of things, and we made a couple improvements. But we still need money for tires, we need money for the communication devices, and also for all the wires, solder, and all those little micro components that we have to use to modify this sort of thing. So please donate to Florida Man for Ukraine. We have our PayPal account as well. You can donate to Volunteer Forge Ukraine. It's in the descriptions below. But I'm hoping that we can bust these guys out and get 50 of them made by summer's end.